Now, in our first period, and a face-off coming up again in the Wayzata zone. These teams played to a 2-2 tie on January the 26th. A game that was played in Eden Prairie at the Eden Prairie Community Center. And the face-off, Skippers get possession, Wires behind the goal, tries to come in front. He's headed off, puck to the far corner, and the Trojans will claim it there with Nick Gardner along the wall as he is squeezed against the boards. The puck comes to center, and the Skippers will claim it. Miller plays to the blue line, and now loose at neutral, and it's golfed in rink wide on the near side by Minnetonka's Dylan Zitzloff, number 12. Rings the boards to the far side. The Trojans will bring the puck to center. The pass is behind Fairchild. He has to come back for it. Tries a rink wide pass at center, and it's intercepted at the red line and shot in by Hunter Newhouse. 13 goals on the season for this Minnetonka team. Again, a very balanced team. They don't score a lot of goals, but boy, are they hard to get through. And it's played into the Minnetonka zone, and Glockner sets it up behind the goal. Puck played around to the near side, and Lagerbach on the near boards is squeezed out. Puck comes to center, and Peters rink wides it in his zone for Bergsland. Now at center ice, the Trojans in. Here's Lewis playing it in behind the goal. Glockner again will set it up for his defense. Luke Kiffin, number 15 for Minnetonka, having trouble there at the left edge, and the goaltender helps him by freezing it against the post for a face-off. 14 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first period, and 2 minutes, 10 seconds gone in the opening session. Face-off coming up to the left of Glockner. Clean face-off win for the Trojans, but it comes to nothing. A pass up the middle, and boy, there's a heads-up play there by Bergsland. They had a player flying behind for a breakaway, and it was Jack Bayless. Came to nothing, and now here's Bergsland at center. Plays to the near side, backhanded on in by Luke Monty. Glockner sets it up and feeds the left corner himself. And now rubbed out along the boards is Lagerbach, playing it from his knees now as Monty back in deep. And Minnetonka will retreat to the left corner. Miller around to the near side. Coming up on 3 minutes gone in the first period. Nick Henry at center. Puck lost. And Wayzata will claim it. Kimlinger, he in turn lost it at the blue line. Kimlinger in the near circle. He is forced back behind the goal. Aiming for a top corner, and Hunter Newhouse got under it and will have a face-off, and they're going to take it where? They'll take it in the Wayzata zone, so they'll say it was deflected on the way out of play. 8:41 left, coming up on the halfway mark of the first quarter. Shots are even at 3 here between Minnetonka and Wayzata. Played behind the goal. Carson Peters will then leave it behind his net. And again, they'll forecheck in deep. Minnetonka will, and now here comes Wayzata to center. Matthews plays to the right. They come over the line. A centering pass is intercepted by Bayless, and Minnetonka will come back. Here they come. This is Doctor. He's over the line to the high slot. Backhanded pass to the near side. A shot, and Fraga makes a save and swats the rebound away from Henry. Off to the near boards, but Henry picks it up. He centers it, nobody home. And the Trojans will try to break out. Some good pace here in the opening 6-7 minutes of this game. This is Ludke feeding the near side. There's players tied up there as the 16s collide. Kimlinger and Nick Henry. It's played in rink wide into the Minnetonka zone, or the Wayzata zone, excuse me, and the Trojans backtrack with under 8 minutes to go in the period. This is Joel Matthews along the near board, one of the captains of the team. He backhands it in, and chasing after it for Wayzata is Fairchild. His teammates are changing, so he's by himself waiting for help. Fairchild 1 against 2 in the corner, and now he rubs a man in against the boards. Braden Lacombe, here's a centering pass and a point-blank shot, and it just missed the net as Hayden Davidson had an opportunity. Number 2, the sophomore for Wayzata. Davidson behind the goal, centers it. It bounces out to the left point. Here's a shot, loose in front, backhanded shot, they score! Wayzata has a 1-0 lead. It's Nick Gardner on the goal for the Trojans, and they lead it 1-0. Time of the goal is 9:39. Well, the skipper's unable to get their lines cleared there. And the end result was a rebound goal for Nick Gardner. That's just his second goal of the season. And it comes at a good time. 1-0 Wayzata. Let's get the scoring. It's North getting the only assist. And Minnetonka back through center now. They'll play it to the line, and it's picked off there. And here come the Trojans. This is Dylan Lewis down the near wing. He winds up and shoots, and it's sticked over the glass and on a play by Glockner. With 6:45 left in the first period, we'll get a stoppage and a face-off in the Minnetonka zone. 1-0 Wayzata, the goal, second of the season for senior Nick Gardner, with an assist to Michael North. And the home team is off to a 1-0 advantage. Play to the near boards. Now played behind the net for Minnetonka. This is Miller feeding the left. And they'll try to break out through the middle, but it's off Lagerbach's stick. Deflected at the red line. And Lagerbach claims it again for Minnetonka. He'll come through the middle. Now feeds the near boards, and after it is Henry. Comes to the left of the goal, and the goaltender will clear it all the way down the ice himself. So an icing there as Frege came out to play it and shot at the length of the ice. So we'll get a face-off back to his left as the goaltender personally responsible for the stoppage in play. 6:17 left in the first. 1-0 Wayzata. And a pass to the left side for Miller. Will come back to his blue line. Now Miller spins, and as he falls, he plays it out to center. Claiming it there is Bayless. He feeds Henry on the left. Lagerbach breaking for the net, and now they both wind up in the corner along with the puck. Now fed to the left point, and it's Miller. Throws it in front. Lagerbach shoots, and he missed the net to the right, not by much. Now here's a wind and a drive right on. Save made on the shot by Miller off to the far boards, and the Trojans flip the puck high in the air, and it hits the rafters and comes down. That's a stoppage in play and a face-off at neutral with 5:41 left in period number 1. Face-off back in the Wayzata zone. Here's Doctor, fake the shot, now feeds it down, it'll go behind the net. Chasing after it, there's Newhouse in the near corner. He falls, plays it around on the far boards, and here's North. He is rubbed out against the wall. Now a centering pass and a shot, a save made by Lacombe. Now Lacombe again will play it around on the near side. 5:18 to go in the first period, and a big shot thrown in the corner, frees the puck up. Ludke over to Doctor, and his shot is deflected over the glass and out of play. Face-off coming in the Wayzata zone. 5:11 to play in period number 1. 1-0 for the Trojans. The record for Minnetonka against teams that are not Wayzata or Edina, 20 wins and 1 tie. The other blemish on their record, a 3-3 tie at Hermantown. A game in which they led 3-0 in the third period, and the Hawks, the top-ranked team in Class A, came back and scored 3 times to get a tie in one of the better games you'll see this season. Here's Newhouse at center. Momentum stopped in the center circle, so he has to reestablish. Now he'll play it into the Wayzata zone, and Mortensen chases. In the right corner, feeds it around on the near side boards. Kimlinger will relay it out to center, and relayed back by Kiffin rink wide into the Wayzata zone. 4:35 to play. Trojans at center ice. Rink wide pass to the near side as Tomczyk looked for some space, and he shoots it in as he's taken to the boards by Wires. Wayzata will change. Minnetonka in the far corner. Will then reverse, and they'll try the middle. Puck bouncing off to the boards, and here's Fairchild laying it down behind the goal. After it is Kiffin for Minnetonka. 4:15 to go in the period. Wires has it on the near side. Rink wide pass to center. And over the line comes Minnetonka. It's Bayless. He's forced to the far wall and is unable to keep possession, and it's going to be kicked ahead out to center by Matthews for Wayzata before he loses it at neutral ice. Now squirts back into the Minnetonka zone to the right. Under 4 minutes to play as Zitzloff left it in the right corner. Picked up now by Henry, and here comes Minnetonka. Rink wide. Now the play is in the zone to the right as Doctor relays it in. Behind the goal, it's played around on the far side wall. It's going to get past Miller and go all the way back into the Minnetonka zone. Miller will turn there. Swings past one, and then it's poke checked away, and it's offside as it was knocked into the zone before the Wayzata forward Davison could get out, and he put himself offside as a result. Face off with 3:35 left in the period. Solid first period for Wayzata, considering the caliber of this opposition. Face off, puck down. Play to the left corner, and here's Doctor. Plays it around on the near side. After it is North along the near boards. He plays it down, and the Trojans try to establish possession. Knocked in against the boards is Siemens, And here's Lagerbach for Minnetonka, flipping it ahead to center. Mortensen now relayed to the blue line, and the skippers come out. 3-on-2, maybe 4 if they hurry over the line. Here's a shot by Doctor and a glove catch by Frege. Grant Doctor, senior defenseman, Division I prospect, 10 goals on the season, and Danny Frege just snared it right out of the air, cool as you please. 3:06 to go in period 1, and the faceoff coming up to his right. Faceoff win for Minnetonka, but Wayzata is able to control the puck, and they bring it to center. It's turned back by Doctor, but only momentarily. Now to the near side, Josh Ludke lays it ahead, and this is Lacombe shooting it in. It's on goal, and a save made. Puck cleared off to the left corner, and players from both teams scrapping against the wall, and now the Trojans play to the line. It's poked out to center, and here they come. This is Carson Peters over the line. He plays it in. Glockner sets it up in the corner and then plays it around on the far side, and it's going to be all white shirts waiting for him. Now a centering pass, a shot, a point-blank save by Glockner against Luke Monty. And boy, where was Minnetonka's defense in front of the net as Wayzata had 3 white shirts all around that goal. Now puck played back behind the net, and Frege will leave it in the far corner. Peters in the right corner, and Minnetonka will come out of the corner, playing it to the left of the goal. Here's Wires swinging around. Wires tied up, puck played behind the net, and Peters, with 2:06 to go in the first, will play it ahead past Jack Anderson the length of the ice, and that'll be icing against Wayzata. With 2:01 left in the first period. And we'll take a face-off back to the right of Danny Frege. Puck down. And some nice work there by Newhouse to control along the far boards. Newhouse in the circle. He shoots, and that's deflected, and an acrobatic play there by Frege, who sticks the leg in the air as if it would help him get some extra height as he makes the catch over his head. Face off again to his right. We have under 2 minutes left in our first period of play. Glad you're with us here tonight for Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Cambria tonight from the Plymouth Ice Center. And Wayzata has the puck from the faceoff. They come out 2-on-2. And some nice work at center there by Miller to slow that rush up. Played into the zone deep. Just over 90 seconds to go in the period. Now it's banked ahead, and it's going to be stolen away by Mortensen in the circle. Bouncing puck. And the Minnetonka player Wires lost his stick. Now Wayzata player falls in the near corner. Puck comes to the point and now out to center. Flipped into the zone, bouncing over Motzko, and he couldn't find it for a moment. Now we're going to hit thrown in the left corner by Michael North on Motzko. Puck banked off to the far wall. Doctor pinching in, and he'll play it behind the net. North there. He is in check. Puck comes free. Ludke along the near half wall will lay it down into the corner where Mortensen plays it around behind his net. Last minute of play in the period. It's now played past Wires, the length of the ice. And that will be an icing call against Wayzata with 55 and change to play in period number 1. Trojans have the lead on a goal by Nick Gardner, a senior, with his 2nd goal of the season on a rebound of a shot by Michael North. And that is where we stand. Puck down, and this is Doctor. Over to Ludke, back to Doctor. He shoots, and it's blocked wide of the net. Nice play by Monty there. Now it's loose along the far half boards, and Joel Matthews leaning on his man in the corner there. The puck is flipped up the middle, and it's going to be Ludke tracking back for it with 34 seconds in the period. He spins back into his zone and now feeds the left, and Wayzata has possession through Bergslund. They try the center circle pass on the wrong side of Kimlinger, and no icing there with 24 seconds to go in the period. Doctor in the right corner put into Ludke, who is in check from Tomzik. Puck comes out, and here they come. This is Nick Henry, and it's a 3-on-3. Pass over to the left, and a near side pass picked off by Matthews, and now he sends his way down the left side to Kimlinger, and he is upended at the blue line on a solid hip check by Ludke. And now back comes Minnetonka with 3 seconds to go in the period. Ludke shoots, and it goes wide. That's the end of the period. And after 1 period of play, our score is Wayzata 1, Minnetonka nothing. So Wayzata grabs that early lead, and they are outshot in the first period by a margin of 7-6. by Minnetonka, but they have the only goal. No penalties in that first period, so not much to summarize. They played one here at the Plymouth Ice Center. It's 1-0 for Wayzata. You're enjoying Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Cambria on the Youth Hockey Hub. back at the Plymouth Ice Center as we prepare for the start of our second period. Minnetonka's on the ice. Teams will attack towards their benches here in the second period. Jeff Pappas with you with the call tonight. One more game for Wayzata remains on Saturday, and that is against Edina, top-ranked team in Class AA. Our game on Saturday will be from Aldrich Arena in Maplewood. Hill Murray will take on Moorhead on the last day of the regular season in boys high school hockey. We'll have that game for you right here on the Hub. Face-off is at 2 p.m. We'll have the call of that game. And then it's off to sections, and boy, is that going to be fun. Of course, the girls' state tournament is next week. So the young ladies will take to the big sheet at Excel. It's going to be a fun couple of weeks here as the hockey tournaments are in high gear. Wayzata takes the ice. They lead 1-0 after the first period. Only goal coming through Nick Gardner in the first, and on a rebound, Minnetonka unable to clear the puck from in front of its goal. Michael North shot knocked in by Gardner on the rebound for that 1-0 lead. No penalties in the first period. So obviously the penalty boxes are clear as we get ready to start period number 2. We're brought to you tonight by Cambria, tonight's exclusive sponsor of the Minnetonka Skippers as they face off against Wayzata. Located right here in Minnesota, family-owned and American-made, Cambria leads the industry with cutting-edge innovation to craft beautiful and durable natural stone surfaces for any home or business. Learn more at CambriaUSA.com. Ready to go with the second period. Puck is down, and it's under the centerman. Now it's picked up and played ahead by Lukey into the zone. He takes a shot, whistles one wide. For the left point, Doctor will hold it in there. Can't see the net, so he swings it around on the far side. Chasing after it there is Henry for Minnetonka. Rolls to the right point. Lukey plays it down low. That's Lagerbach looking to center it. And the Trojans are able to head that off momentarily. Puck comes to the right half wall, played down against the boards with a high stick. And as a result, we'll take a face-off back in the Wayzata zone. Move far from where the infraction occurred. 25 seconds gone in the first period. We mentioned Minnetonka on the season has 7 players in double figures in goals. They don't overwhelm a lot of teams, but they are very balanced. They are very deep. And it remains to be seen whether Wayzata will be able to handle that depth. They did the first time they played. They got a 2-2 draw. And now the puck is picked up by Bayless. Bends it over to the far side. Lagerbach, he threw it in front, and Bayless had an open side but was unable to deflect the puck towards the net. And Wayzata will break out and they'll shoot it in. It's going to go on goal, and Glockner will make the easy save against Luke Monty. Played back to the far boards where it's picked up by Miller. He goes to center for Henry, and he is headed off, and Wayzata's offside as the puck is brought back in by Matthews with teammates trapped. He played 1:03 here in the second period. Lagerbach leads Minnetonka with 14 goals. After that, Griffin Streeter and Hunter Newhouse, each with 13. Josh Lukey with 11. Doctor, Bayless, and A.J. Kittleson all with 10 for this Minnetonka team. Face-off back into their zone, and it's picked up by Kiffin, who plays it around on the far wall. Minnetonka will try the far side. Runs long at center, and turned back, picked up by Duke Kiffin in his zone. Come out the left side, and now having trouble with that outlet. Finally, they'll play the puck ahead. And here's Lacombe shooting it ahead. On the left side, it's Kittleson, cuts to the slot. Now comes to the goaltender, and Frege sticks it off to the near boards. Loose there, and Minnetonka will gain possession. Along the half wall, it comes out and North shoots it in from center, but it is from his own side just barely, and they are going to whistle that one down for an icing call. Go back for the face-off with 1:45 gone in period number 2. Wayzata with some balance of their own. They have 5 players in double figures. Monty with 19, Matthews with 18, Kimlinger and Lukey each with 11, and Tommy Bergsland with 10 and 42 points on the season. Here is Doctor closing in. He shoots, and a glove catch by Frege, who appears to be sharp tonight. And a face-off coming up in his zone. He's made 8 saves. faceoff coming up to his right. Hunter Newhouse is on for Minnetonka on the faceoff, and he is wrestled to the ice from the draw by Lukey, and now here comes Wayzata 3 wide. It's rink wide into the zone to the near side. Crashing after it is Dylan Lewis. He takes a bump there from Doctor, loose at the left edge, and it comes onto the goaltender Glockner, who makes a stop and gets a faceoff. And Wayzata nearly with a short side goal there with that shift. We played now just over 2 minutes in the second period, and Lagerbach comes out for the face-off. He will draw with Lutke. Puck down, and still in the circle. Now laid ahead to the near side, and here comes Minnetonka. Doctor feeding the puck over to the right side. This is Henry. Plays it in deep around to Lagerbach on the near side. Back to Henry. Sharp angle shot by Lutke, and Fraga goes post to post, and he cuts the angle down to make the stop. Give him nothing to shoot at. And a face-off in the Wayzata zone. Lagerbach taking the face-off against Joel Matthews. It comes to Lutke. Nice move to free up some space. He shoots, and he whistles one wide to the left post. Here's Doctor at the left point. And it comes out to center, but Wayzata picks it off anyway. And Lutke turns it back at the blue line. Wayzata waiting to get onside. And they still haven't managed to tag up yet. Now they do. And Minnetonka is able to play the puck through neutral ice. They'll play it into the zone. And it's past Henry. Goaltender out to play it. Loose along the far boards. And the Skippers get some zone time. Comes to the left point. Here's Miller. Tried to throw it in front. That's intercepted. Now flipped high off the glass and straight up in the air. Came down, played down to the glove by Matthews. And now here comes Wayzata through center. Puck loose and knocked back into their zone to the left. Here's half a step for Kittleson. And now the puck comes around to the near side. Swatted behind the net by Fraga, the goaltender. And here's a giveaway in front. And the player Lacombe goes down, and we're going to have a penalty coming against Wayzata. It's our first of the game, a tripping penalty coming at the 3-minute and 29-second mark of the second period. And Minnetonka will get the first power play of the game. And in the penalty box for Wayzata is Bergsland. All right, here's the Skippers on the power play. Doctor feeds it over to the far side, and that is Jack Bayless. Oh, a little backdoor pass there. Lutke crashed in from the left point. Didn't work, and Wayzata is able to clear it all the way down the ice. Tripping penalty announced, and here comes Doctor feeding it down the far side. Lutke over the line, back to the left, and unable to steer it towards the front of the goal is Kittleson. Now Lutke at the left, feeds the near circle. Lagerbach, Kittleson, back to Lagerbach. Kittleson goes behind the goal, and Wayzata's Jake Schneider plays it, but not out. It's picked off by Lutke, shoots, and a good stop by Fraga. Had the angle played, and boy, those defensemen, Lutke and Doctor, get it to the net in a hurry, don't they? And Danny Fraga able to make the stop for Wayzata. We'll get a face-off in the zone to his right. 1:12 on the power play, 12:42 to go in period number 2. And Wayzata has a 1-0 lead. Puck down, it comes to the right of the goal. And now played to the left corner. Wayzata after it. It's Joe Tomczyk trying to clear it and can't. Loose along the board. Tomczyk gets a second bite of the cherry. Still doesn't get it out of the zone, and now it's backhanded down the ice by Fairchild. That'll take off some of the heat. 50 seconds to go in the power play as of right now. Here comes Minnetonka through center. Pass to the near wall. Here's Newhouse over the line. Rink wides it, and it's picked off in the slot by Matthews, who takes it behind the net, swings it around to the near side. And here's a partial break down the near side for Fairchild. Cuts across at the blue line, gave up possession, and it's kicked ahead into the Minnetonka zone as Matthews plays it down. As we have 29 seconds in the power play. Just over 5 minutes gone in the second. Here come the Skippers at center. Matthews throws a hit. Carrying on is Newhouse, shooting it into the Wayzata zone to the right. Rings the boards. Mortensen around behind the net, having trouble there. He had his pocket pick, comes to the right point, and now it's set up for Miller at the left. Now a shot blocked again by Matthews off to the left with 8 seconds to go in the power play. Minnetonka's Kiffin over to the left side. Miller threw it in front. Save made by Fraga. Rebound up the slot. Nobody home. Now Wayzata's killed off the penalty, so they're back to 5 aside. Here's Miller trying to spin. Feeds the left side. The centering pass is Newhouse unable to play it through. And now it's cleared the length of the ice, so Wayzata survives for the time being. They're charged with icing and will have a face-off back in their zone with 11:17 to go in period number 2. But a good stretch for Minnetonka there. They had some good movement on the power play. Unable to score, however. They have 5 shots in the second period to 2 for the Trojans. And we'll take a face-off to the left of Danny Fraga. Lukey feeds the far circle from the face-off. Down along the half wall. Now to Lukey at the right point. Whips it across to Doctor. Tries to cut to the slot. Now he'll switch points with Lukey, and then now the puck is lost there. Still loose along the far boards, but they can't get it out. Here's Lacombe looking to center it. He takes a shot. He missed the net to the left as he looked like he was going to pass and then opted to shoot. Now puck along the near half wall. This is Mac Motzko playing it down deep. Wayzata having trouble here with this Minnetonka team in the second period. Here's Lukey over to the right point. Doctor one-times it. Save. Fraga rebound loose in the slot. Backhanded shot. They score. And the Skippers tie the game. It is, I believe, Wyers getting that goal. We'll have to see, but they have tied the game with 10 minutes and 31 seconds to play in period number 2, and that is who has scored the goal. So both teams score goals that are very similar in that low shots get through to the goaltender and the defense can't get the puck cleared. It's a rebound goal for Wyers for Minnetonka, and the game is tied at 1. That is Wyers' 3rd goal of the season, and the Skippers are back on level terms. Get the scoring here. Doctor and Lukey get assists. And we are even at 1 at 6:29 of period number 2. And here come the Skippers back. Zitzloff is ridden off, and Wayzata overskates the puck at a 3-on-2. Now they give up a 3-on-2 going the other direction. Shot from a sharp angle. Stick save off Henry by the goaltender Fraga. Off to the left point, played by Miller. And loose along the boards. Now here's Bayless throwing it across into the slot. A shot by Lagerbach, and the goaltender hung out to dry there. Now here's a drive by Miller and a glove catch by Fraga to get a face-off. This is good stuff for Minnetonka over the last 3 to 4 minutes. The power play sort of ushered them into the game offensively a little bit better, and since then they have looked very sharp. And they've got the game tied as we approach the halfway point of regulation time, about 1 minute and 11 seconds away from that. Puck down, and Wayzata. Tomzik in the right corner. Plays to the left point. Doctor across to Lukey. He takes a shot. It's deflected before it got to the goaltender, and Mortensen plays it ahead. It'll go all the way down the ice, but it'll be right on goal, so there's no icing. And it's picked up by Doctor behind the net. Dances to the near side and feeds the puck ahead. This is Mason Hendrickson over the line. Hendrickson lays it across. Going to come right out of the goaltender. Fraga out to play it with the stick, and he pokes it forward. Broke up the rush himself. Now here comes Wayzata's Matthews over the line. They're 3-on-2 all of a sudden. Puck comes to the right point. Here's a shot and a stick save by Glockner off Tomzik. And the puck comes to the left corner. Under 9 minutes to play in the second period. Now Hendrickson along the boards. He lost it. There's a shot by Tomzik and another stick save by Glockner off to the left boards. Now it's Matthews for Wayzata trying to find control in the left corner. Can't do it. And the Skippers get it along the far boards. It's Kittleson trying to come out, and he can't. Now goes back deep behind the goal, and Glockner swings it around on the near side. Trying to pinch there with Tomzik, and now it comes all the way back in the Wayzata zone, and it's shot wide of the goal by Braden Lacombe. Puck back out to center, and Minnetonka will regroup. Anderson shoots it back in. We got a whistle, and they're charged with icing. He did it from his own side of center ice. So An offensive zone face-off for Wayzata and a chance for them to maybe catch their breath a little bit. Minnetonka's had them back on their heels. 16 shots now for Minnetonka, which means they've had 9 already in the second period. They've only played 8:38. So, strong, impressive period for Minnetonka. Now played out to center, and here's North. He overskated, and now Wires is bumped off the puck, the goal scorer for Minnetonka, and the Skippers will regroup back in their zone. Jack Anderson is the third defensive pair is out, he and Duke Kiffin. But they can all skate, they can all shoot. It's a very deep team, and here comes Minnetonka, and a shot, and out to challenge is Frega to make the save on Motzko. Now the puck played to center. Here's a race forward in the Minnetonka zone. It's tipped, so there's no icing. Glockner will have to play it. And he comes around and plays to the near side boards. And we get a penalty coming on Minnetonka here for checking from behind on Motzko. And Wayzata will get a power play. Puck comes in front, and an opportunity for Lukey, and he shot it over the top. Puck loose along the far boards. And now the whistle goes with 7:32 to play, and we have a penalty. We may have 2 penalties coming here. We have the official on one side signaling a cross check, and we have the official on the near side who originally was going to signal a checking from behind, so there may be 2 penalties here. We'll see. They called different infractions, evidently, so there's 1 player in the penalty box. Time of the penalty is 9:28. See what they call here. Now they have a whistle and a face-off in the Minnetonka zone. The player in the penalty box for Minnetonka is Mac Motzko. That was the original penalty. Now the official is over to the discussion because they started play and there's still 2 minutes of penalty time remaining, which wouldn't be accurate. They're going to have to adjust that. So they've taken 5 seconds off the penalty time, and now face-off coming up to the right of Charlie Glockner. And cross-checking is the penalty. So Wayzata works it in. Here's a shot that goes just wide of the goal by Peters. Shooting for the top right corner, and the Trojans will set up in the offensive zone. 90 seconds of power play time remaining, but they give up the puck. And here comes Minnetonka. This is Bayless. Over the line, Bayless tried to cut to the slot, and it was knocked off his stick by Matthews, which is just fine with Minnetonka as they will change their penalty killers. Under 7 minutes to play in the second period. Here's Monty over the line. He cuts to the slot. Monty plays it around behind the net. Luke Fairchild goes in against the boards. They're trying to kick it out. And spinning with it is Matthews. Spinning again. And 2 blue shirts win the puck, and they shoot it all the way down the ice. 6:26 to play in the period. And now the Trojans relay it to center, but they're having trouble establishing, and Bergsland lost it. Puck comes back into the zone to the left. Carson Peters, a sophomore, he's having trouble there as he is forechecked by Hendrickson, but he comes out, and here he comes. Peters over the line. Plays to the far boards. Lukey off the carom, off the half wall. Now they're going to change one of the defensemen. Here's a drive from high in the slot. Just missed the net by Bergsland. And coming in there is Mortensen. They'll play it around behind the net. 15 seconds in the power play. And Wayzata now setting up a little bit. And the puck comes back to center. An errant pass. Mortensen couldn't hold it. And now from the red line, this is Bergsland. He'll play it forward. Carrying on is Lukey right on the line. Cuts to the slot as Minnetonka's killed off the penalty. Lukey closes in. He shoots, and a save made by Glockner. That's the toughest chance he's had in the second period. 5:29 left. And Wayzata's power play is over. We'll have a face-off in the Minnetonka zone to the right of Charlie Glockner, who allowed a goal on the 5th shot he faced, and none since. Goals against average of 1.41 and 20 wins in the regular season. Here's a shot that's deflected off the defenders wide by Mortensen, and now Picked up on the far wall. Henry plays it ahead. Bouncing puck, rolling into the zone, and the goaltender way out to play it. Now it's Jack Bayless in the corner. He knocks Mortensen down. They battle for it on the near side. Henry digs it out. Now to the left point, and they'll throw it down low. Here's a shot over the top of the cage by Newhouse. Puck comes to the left side. Anderson rink wides it back across. Chasing after it is Mortensen in the corner. He takes a hit and falls. Now Bergsland behind the goal, losing possession there. And again, good possession for Minnetonka. Anderson feeds the near circle. Bayless then lost possession. Puck played ahead to center. And Henry for Minnetonka will play it back to the line. Now a little feathered pass to the blue line, knocked out of the air by Ludke and right on goal. And Glockner out to play it. Now Minnetonka's Jack Anderson has it as Wayzata changes. 4:25 to go in the period. Anderson leaves it behind his net and then gets it back on a return. And then they overskated it, gave up possession. Here's a chance in front, deflected wide off the stick of Kimlinger. And Wayzata is able to hold possession. Matthews feeds the slot. Here's a shot that's blocked by the defender off Monty, and it comes back out to center. And now a Wayzata player goes down in front of the benches. Home fans would like a penalty. Referee not interested. Here comes Wayzata with a shot, a dipping shot, and Glockner is out to make the stop. Interesting opportunity there for Jack Kimlinger, the junior forward. It knuckled onto the goaltender. Looked like it dropped about 1.5 feet in the air, but the goaltender saw it all the way. And he made the stop with 3:52 left in the second period. 1-1 is the score. Wayzata controls from the faceoff. Pirwagi, he shoots. And it's off the defense. And Newhouse feeds the right, and here comes Minnetonka breaking out with speed. But they're able to slow it up at center, and Wagi then will drop it back into his zone. Into the left corner, North chasing after it. He takes a hard hit, feeds the far boards, picked off by Motzko, shoots, saved by the goaltender Frega, and the rebound is shot all the way down the ice. Icing on Wayzata. 3:28 to go in the middle session. Here on Hockey Night in Minnesota, brought to you by Cambria tonight. And on Saturday, we're at Aldrich Arena for Moorhead and Hill Murray. Close out the regular season in boys high school hockey, and what a ride it's been. From the faceoff, the puck is shot wide to the far side. Ludke chases after it. He's into the corner now. Comes around on the near side, an individual battle along the boards. Now it turns into a four-car pile-up, 2 from each team. Now Doctor will play it around to the far side. Ludke plays it down low. Motzko. 3 minutes left in the period. Newhouse in to help out, along with Ben Ludke, who comes out with a puck. Ludke will carry it to center, and then he overskates it. Now feeds the left, and here's Wayzata Siemens playing it over the line. Puck lost, and now claiming it is Mortensen back in his zone for Wayzata. He tries to pass it out, but he hit Newhouse. Now it's shot all the way down the ice, and we're going to get a whistle and an icing call against Wayzata with 2:40 left. I think this is an example of just that little bit of an extra edge that we're seeing. When you see Minnetonka breaking out through the middle, you're seeing passes on the tape, you're seeing attacking at speed. Wayzata has the skill to do that, but they don't do it with the alacrity, I guess you could say, at least in this period, that Minnetonka has. And that's clogged them up at neutral ice. But that said, that's a minor observation. This is a good hockey game. Puck is played from the faceoff to the right of the goal off Miller's stick. Now picked up by Lacombe. Loose along the far boards. And now here's Mason Hendrickson behind the net. Lost out. Matthews feeds the left side, dodges the hit, and Minnetonka comes out. Here is Matthews feeding the right wing. Monty over the line. He'll tip it in deep. And now a big hit by Matthews thrown, and he knocked down Dylan Zitzloff, who's slow getting up. Here comes Minnetonka back. Over the line, Miller. And then he is ridden off. Puck goes to the left corner, and Lacombe played to the left wall, and now it's Zitzloff, who's feeling better, thankfully, because he took a real hard shot. Now he goes back to the bench. Puck played ahead and tipped in by Kimlinger to the Minnetonka zone with 1:50 to go in period number 2. Out to center it goes, and this is Kittleson playing it ahead. Picked up in the left corner by North. He put it on the tape of a Minnetonka player, sent it in front, the backhanded shot, they score! Lagerbach, and boy, it's just that quick. Minnetonka takes the first lead of the game, 2-1, with 1:38 to go. And it is Teddy Lagerbach scoring his 15th goal of the season for Minnetonka. And the Skippers lead it for the first time. It comes at 15 minutes and 22 seconds of period number 2. If you don't get your lines cleared against this team, it is just deadly. They'll find ways to pass the puck, and they're so good tape to tape, Minnetonka is. You just can't let them have that, and when you do, you'll pay the price. Now a discussion in the front of the Minnetonka bench. John Goldsworthy, the head coach. And it's an active conversation here. I think it had something to do with, it might have something to do with the hit on Zitzloff, who was knocked to the boards hard and was slow getting up. The Minnetonka bench wanted a call. They'll have to settle for a goal. And they lead it by 2-1. Here comes Minnetonka again. Lagerbach. Shot goes wide to the left. Now we'll get the scoring. And Hendrickson gets the only assist as he picked off the pass along the boards. Now here's Doctor feeding it across to the right. Lagerbach shoots, and that missed the net. It goes into the netting over the glass and out of play, deflected, so we'll get a face-off with 77 seconds to play in period number 2. 2-1, Minnetonka on top. Minnetonka wins a face-off, and now Ludke to Doctor. Now a pass deflected back out to center, and Minnetonka will regroup. 1:05 to go in the second period. This is Bergsland playing it around on the left of Minnetonka. Long pass up the middle. It's picked up by Hayden Davison. Comes to the right and then overskates, but carrying on. And then overskating himself was Nick Gardner. Now a shot from the right point. Blocked at the defense. And Ludke tries to break out up the middle. Pass down the near wing. Bayless chasing after it with under 45 in the period. Bayless backhands it in front. That's picked off, and here comes Wayzata back. They have an opportunity down the far wing. Puck played ahead, and Ludke will play it behind the goal. Looking for someone in front. There's no one there, but he will let Bergsland come through. Now they scrap forward in the left corner with 23 seconds to go in the period. Bouncing puck to center, and here comes Minnetonka. This is Wires over the line. Plays it in deep with 15 seconds to go. Centers, and it's picked off. Here comes Wayzata back to center. Jake Schneider, 2 against 2. Over the line with 10 seconds to go. He shoots, and it's deflected by the defenseman wide. Rebound goes back behind the goal, and it's on the mesh, so we'll get a face-off. And I think the net may have come off as well, so we'll get a face-off in the Minnetonka zone with 5 seconds to go in the second period. It's a 2-1 game. 2 goals in the period. Wires and Lagerbach have given Minnetonka the advantage. And Wayzata is trying to figure out who they want to have out there. It'll be Lacombe on for the face-off for Minnetonka against Joel Matthews. Puck down, Matthews wins the draw, and they're not going to get a shot away as the second period comes to an end. We played 2 here in Plymouth at the Plymouth Ice Center, and our score is Minnetonka 2, Wayzata 1. Shots in the period, Minnetonka had 12, and Wayzata had 6. So for the game, 19 shots for the Skippers and 16 for the Trojans. That is where we stand after 2 periods. It is 2-1 Minnetonka. You're enjoying Hockey Night in Minnesota, brought to you by Cambria on the Youth Hockey Hub. Hi, back at the Plymouth Ice Centers. We are ready for the start of the third period. It is Minnetonka 2, Wayzata 1. We are brought to you tonight by Cambria, tonight's exclusive sponsor of the Minnetonka Skippers as they face off against Wayzata, located right here in Minnesota. Family owned and American made, Cambria leads the industry with cutting edge innovation to craft beautiful and durable natural stone surfaces for any home or business. Learn more at CambriaUSA.com. All right, Wayzata with some work to do. They were outshot in the second period, 12-6, and outscored 2-0. So a good middle session for third-ranked Minnetonka. Last time these teams played, though, it was a 2-2 tie in Eden Prairie. That's still very much within the realm of possibility here, as Wayzata working right to left as we call the third period for you. Needs a goal, and here they come. Joel Matthews over the line. He'll poke it in deep. After it is Kimlinger in the left corner. Runs around to the near side where it's controlled by Miller. Now a pass to the blue line is held in. And now picked up and played back down by Matthews in deep. Glockner sets it up, feeds the right for Miller, and then he takes a bump by Kimlinger against the wall. And it's held in by the Trojans. Bouncing puck to the near wall. A centering pass is deflected before it can get to Monty. And here comes Lagerbach, who has the go-ahead goal in this game. He loses out at the blue line. And here comes Matthews down the near wing. Ducks under Ludke's check. Feeds Manny with a shot, and a save made by the goaltender Glockner as Luke Manny with a good opportunity. Here come the Skippers back to center. Lagerbach had it run off his stick, but then he'll carry on. He'll go behind his own back to the circle, and then his shot is deflected wide of the goal by Wagi. Loose in the left corner. We get a whistle, and we have a hand pass called. And it's against Minnetonka, so we're going to bring the face-off all the way back into the Minnetonka zone. 15:56 to go in the third period. 1 minute and 4 seconds gone. And Wayzata will send sophomore Hayden Davison out for this face-off. Puck down. Goes to the left point, and it's shot wide by Tomczyk off the defense, but Matthews will hold it in. Loose into the far corner. Referee trying to get out of the way there. Puck play to the point, and now it rolls out to center. Kind of a bouncing puck here, but it's picked up by Ludke. And then he lost possession. Pass there for Fairchild. He couldn't control it cleanly. It would have been a break for Wayzata. Now Minnetonka back through center. Mason Hendrickson plays it to the blue line. Stepping up is Tomczyk. And it's now brought into the Minnetonka zone, where it's picked up there by A.J. Kittleson. He feeds it ahead, Ludke. A nice little feather pass there to Lacombe over the line. He goes to the left side, and a shot by Hendrickson and a glove catch by Frega, the left-handed catch. Glove on the left hand, obviously. We'll get a face-off in the zone to his right. Shots now 20-13 for Minnetonka. And here come the Trojans to center. Jack Siemens, he'll rink wide it in. Goes to the far boards, and it's Lewis going after it. He falls, and the puck picked up by the Skippers. They break out 3-on-2 if they hustle. And we know that they do that. Oh, it's a solid hip check that knocks Hunter Newhouse in against the boards. And they're starting to throw the weight around a little bit. Puck comes loose to the right edge. Goaltender gave up his post momentarily. And Skippers will get possession and try to cycle out of the corner. Newhouse threw it in front, deflected before it could get to Motzko. Now Miller at the left point, slings it over to the near side to Anderson. His shot is blocked by a sliding defender. Anderson again blasts away and goes wide of the goal to the far side. Now the Trojans claim behind their goal. They flip it over, it comes down off the dasher boards, and Newhouse shoots, and a save made. My goodness, that was close. Face-off will come all the way back in the Wayzata zone after the Trojans ice the puck. 14:18 to go here in the third period. The face-off is coming up to his right now. And Danny Fraga has been tonight. He's made 18 saves, but been special from his teammates to get the game retied here. Is Minnetonka holding a lead, something they do very, very well. Wayzata has the puck now along the near boards. It's Bergslund. They'll play it in. Deep centering pass is blocked before it can get to Kimlinger. Now loose at the left edge. And the goaltender out to play it. Still loose at the left edge. And now it's picked up by Lagerbach. And Minnetonka comes back. And then he's taken in against the boards. Doctor to the near side to Ludke. Ludke will bring it in over the line. Cuts to the slot. He shoots. He missed the net. And the long carom will come back out to center where Doctor will claim it, skating backwards. He'll whip it over to the far side. Now here's Henry. Plays it across. Lagerbach in the circle. In the slot, spinning and shooting and missing the goal was Nick Henry. Now a Wayzata player goes down in the left corner, and here come the Trojans. They'll pick it up at center and a pass to the far side where Matthews will shoot it in as he heads for the bench on a change. 13:10 to go. Puck swung around to center and now loose at the neutral ice area. Finally, Minnetonka will claim it again. This is Kiffin. Steps around a man, and Kiffin will carry it over the line. His shot then is deflected well wide of the goal off the stick of Tomzik. Behind the goal. We'll get possession again. Minnetonka will. And Kittleson can't come in front. Play to the far boards. At the left point, it's Jack Anderson holding it in. He winds and fires, and that went off somebody in front. Might have gone off the goaltender. Frege might have caught a part of the mask. Puck comes out to center, and Anderson relays it to neutral ice. And here comes Minnetonka again. Kittleson, and then he lost it as it ran off his stick. Fairchild behind the goal. And Wayzata will try once again. This is Mortensen. He is rubbed out along the boards in front of the scorer's bench. Here's Kittleson shooting. And that's stopped by Frege. Wayzata able to play it out to center, but Minnetonka again smooth in transition. Kittleson again over the line, feeds Ludke. And he threw it in front, a backhanded shot. Boy, that was pretty. And it wound up going wide of the goal, but a nice effort there as Motzko unable to play the toe to the tick and the tack. Here's a shot from the left point by Doctor that goes wide. Now, play goes behind the Wayzata goal. And Tomzik swings it around on the near side, but it goes off a stick over the glass and out of play. 11:40 to play, and a face-off coming up. And they're going to put this one in the Wayzata zone to the left of the goaltender, Danny Frege. Like I said, to the right of Danny Frege. Times you just have them make up their mind. Play comes out to center, pass to an open wing as Kimlinger was breaking right. The pass went left. And from the red line, the Trojans try to play it in. Carson Peters. They lose possession. And spinning in his own zone with it is Kiffin. Now, a wide pass to center is picked up and carried in by Anderson. And then he lost possession as Matthews on a back check. Now a shot from the point. Here's a rebound and a chance for Teddy Lagerbach, and it goes over the glass and out of play. And boy, Wayzata really dodged a bullet there. 11:08 to go as again they left Lagerbach open in front of the net, and he scored the go-ahead goal in a very similar fashion in the second period. But we actually have the face-off outside. They say Minnetonka responsible for the stoppage as Lagerbach put it out of play himself. Face-off coming up outside the blue line. Shot ahead by Kiffin. Behind the goal and fed to the far side wall. Trojans try to break out up the boards as pass a little too far for Fairchild. And Minnetonka has to retreat back into their zone. And out to center it comes. This is Kittleson. Over the line. And then over skates. But following up with a shot right on is Lacombe. And a save made. Face off in the Wayzata zone. And Wayzata, in a period where they would need to find offense from someplace, has one shot so far in the opening 6 minutes and 19 seconds of the third period. Minnetonka with 4, looking for win number 21 in their last regular season game of 2018-2019. Shot from the wing boards right on. Frege makes the save as Motzko took a shot that knuckled. Puck played out to center. And into the Minnetonka zone. It'll come on to the goaltender, Glockner. He'll play it out to the near side boards. Newhouse kicks at it at the blue line. And now the Trojans will play it to neutral ice. This is Tomzik shooting it in. And it comes on to the goaltender, and Glockner decides discretion is the better part of valor and gets the stoppage for a face-off. 6:46 gone in period number 3. 2-1. Minnetonka's on top, and Teddy Lagerbach, their very talented junior, has the go-ahead goal. Puck down, and shot from the slot. They score! Oh my goodness! Berglund took the shot from about 60 feet out through a screen, and Wayzata has tied the game with 10:09 to go, so they found a goal out of virtually nowhere, and Wayzata is back on level terms. 6:51, the time of the goal. And Berglund put it off the crossbar and down, his 11th goal of the season. And we'll get the scoring on it. He's trying to listen for it. Peters gets the only assist. Berglund from Peters at 6:51, and in the meantime we have another stoppage with 9:48 left. We can now say in regulation time. Junior varsity game went to overtime as well here. And Minnetonka picked up a 4-3 win in that game. We've had two very well played games here tonight. Forechecker falls and Minnetonka picks up possession, 9:40 to go. And this is Miller laying it across to the right side to Duke Kiffin. And Trojans win a battle and will poke it in. Parawagi going after it. Now Kiffin comes around on the near side and they try to feed the near boards. Out to center. Kittleson over the Wayzata line, passes to the left, it's broken up, and back comes Matthews. Up the middle, now into the zone. It's controlled by Luke Fairchild. He tried to put on the extra move. Now he has it behind the net. Fairchild looking to center. A weak centering pass picked off by the Skippers, and out they come. Kittleson with a full head of steam, 2 against 3. They're changing. Tried to cut to the slot. He's going to be a penalty against Wayzata as Tomzik is going to be called for high sticking, and he doesn't like it, but he's going to go to the penalty box, and Minnetonka will get a power play at 8:03 of the third period. Second power play of the game for Minnetonka. They'll find a way to deal with this puck movement by the Skippers. Lagerbach on for the faceoff. He wins the draw, and this is Doctor at the right point. Cuts towards his left. Doctor feeds the near circle, and they'll work it around. This is Kittleson. Over skating behind the goal, has to come back for it. Now fed to the far wall. Here's Doctor high on the slot. Near side, they work that little back and go! And my goodness, what a stop by Frega! He went and slid post to post and made as good a glove save as you'll see at this level to keep the game tied at 2. Danny Frega has been very good in goal for Wayzata. Here is Ludke on the faceoff to Doctor. Feeds the near circle on that pass, is tipped, and it comes back out to center. Ludke has to chase it out. 1.5 minutes on the power play. Minnetonka regrouping in neutral ice. Here's Lagerbach over the line. Leaves a drop pass for Bayless. His drop pass comes back to him off a defender. Now feeds the left. Ludke back to the right side. Bayless then feeds it down. Kittleson back to Bayless. Doctor shoots, save, rebound is controlled by Wagi, and he clears it ahead and out to center. But back comes Minnetonka. Wayzata's changing penalty killers. And this is Bayless. Leaves it. Doctor back to Bayless in the circle. Beside the net. Lagerbach has it now. Off to Ludke. Kittleson. Lagerbach. 50 seconds in the penalty. Loose at the right edge, and a scramble for it. It's underneath the goaltender, Frega, and we'll get a face-off in the Wayzata zone. 45 seconds of power play time remaining. 7:42 to go in regulation time in a 2-2 contest here from the Plymouth Ice Center. These teams have played a 2-all draw before. Newhouse lost the face-off, and Wayzata clears the puck as a result. It comes right onto the goaltender, and Glockner makes the easy stop. 30 seconds in the power play coming up, and time for one more rush. Down the wing, Newhouse over the line. Newhouse feeds it to the right edge, and picking it up there is Nick Henry. He's taken in against the boards. 22 seconds in the power play. Henry digs it out, feeds the left point to Miller, rewinds and fires. Stick save. Back to Miller at the left point. Played to the far wall. And a pass to Kiffin up the slot. It hopped his stick and comes out to center. 8 seconds in the power play. Kiffin will take it all the way back behind his goal, and that should just about do it. And now here comes the penalized player back on. Wayzata has killed off the penalty. Now it's shot into the Minnetonka zone with less than 7 minutes in regulation. Glockner swings it around on the far side, and Lewis picks it off for the Trojans. He goes behind the net with it, and now Newhouse in to help out. Dylan Lewis tried to feed it out, couldn't, and a pass too far at center for Henry, and he heads to the bench as Minnetonka changes. Here comes Wayzata back. Peters from the red line shoots it in. Glockner missed the cutoff, and crashing in is Matthews to try to hold the zone on the half wall. And the puck squirts in front, picked up by Kiffin. He feeds the right side for Wires, who has a goal tonight. That's intercepted, and Wayzata comes back. Lewis plays it off the wall and then heads for the bench as Wayzata gets a change. And the puck now in the near corner. After it is Siemens. He knocks the Minnetonka player down, Duke Kiffin. And the Trojans break out down the far side. They are 3 against 3 over the line. Centering pass comes all the way through to the near side. And it's picked up by Lacombe. Plays it down to the near side boards. We're under 6 minutes to go. And now to the right point, Ludke over to Doctor. Closes into the circle. He takes a shot, missed the net over the top. Here's Ludke at the right point. Back over to Doctor. Now a diagonal pass. A shot is deflected before it gets to the goal off the stick of Wires. Now a man taking it against the boards of the far side, Doctor. And now here comes Wayzata back through center. This is North over the line, and it's offside on the right, so we'll get a face-off at neutral ice with 5 minutes, 27 seconds left in regulation in a 2-2 game. Face-off coming outside the blue line. And here's Minnetonka's Bayless over the line. Takes it to the corner and now sweeps it around on the far side. It's picked up there by Henry. Lagerbach out there. And now the Trojans break out. They have a 3-on-2, odd man rush. This is Fairchild over the line. He overskates it, and it's poked back out to center. And the Trojans are able to take care of business at their blue line with less than 5 minutes to play. They rink wide it back into the Minnetonka zone to the right. And back behind the net it goes. And the Trojans will work their way through center. Bayless feeds the puck ahead. And this is Tomzik in the left corner for Wayzata. Tomzik, junior defender, plays it ahead. There's another odd man rush. Over the line they come. And the defense gets back as Fairchild centers it from deep, and the goaltender has to play it. 4.5 minutes to play. Here's a wind and fire right on. Knuckling shot. Rebound to the near corner as Berglund made his bid for a go-ahead goal. This is Tomzik at the left point, backhanding it to the wall. And now it comes back down behind the Minnetonka goal where it's picked up by Grant Doctor. Over to Ludke with 4:14 left. Ludke passes to the left, and it's right into a line change, and he was coming off. The official is blowing play down, but it's an icing call. I think he was thinking about it because that was the player coming off the ice. Lagerbach, the sixth skater, was on and trying very hard to stay out of the way, and the Wayzata bench is letting him hear about it, the possibility of too many men. Now here comes Minnetonka down the near side. Lacombe, he goes down on the left boards, is played ahead, and Kittleson goes in and shoots, and a save made. Rebound in front, and the goaltender makes a stop. Now the pushes and shoves, and all kinds of fun in front of the Wayzata goal as Danny Fraga came up big once again. We have 3:50 left in regulation. Well, let's see where they're going to take this face-off. It'll be to the right of the Wayzata goal. Fraga, of course, with a couple of big saves. 27 stops on the game for the senior. Puck is down, and Minnetonka controls. Miller will play it down behind the net. Now it banked off the boards to the far side, and Wayzata will break out to center. Playing it ahead and into the zone was Luke Monty. Now loose in the left corner. Miller claims it for Minnetonka. Long pass ahead. And now here they come. This is Lacombe. He closes in, cuts to the slot, and the defenseman Tomczyk dove across to tip it. Now here comes Wayzata, 2 against 2 back. Over the line with 3:16 to go. Monty will take it behind the goal. He's got Matthews behind him. And now Minnetonka picks it up, and here's Kittleson. Over to the left side for Mason. Hendrickson comes down, and again into another line change. Minnetonka controls it with 3 minutes left in regulation time. This is Miller playing it ahead, and it's tipped in deep by Kittleson. It'll go back behind the goal. And Fraga out to play it. He lost possession. Ludke closes in, and then he overskated. Puck bouncing at center, and Ludke has it. He feeds it across to the left, and here comes Newhouse back for Minnetonka. In the circle, centers it, and it's deflected wide by Wires. With 2.5 minutes left. Now in the left corner of the Wayzata zone. Play to the line, and Ludke holds it in. He goes back down in the left corner. Waggy plays it ahead. Ludke steals it, and then he goes to the left edge, centers it, hits the outside of the net. And loose in the right corner with 2:10 left. This is Newhouse. Centers it, and it was deflected before it could get to Motzko. Here's Doctor at the left point. Diagonal pass to the right, a shot, a save made. And the goaltender, Fraga, does it again, this time against Wires. It's centered for Newhouse. Now over to Doctor, threw it across. And it was on the wrong side of Wires. 1:39 to go. Big hit thrown in the corner, and a Wayzata player falls. The puck goes out of play. And Wayzata gets a chance for a badly needed line change here with 1:34 to go. Minnetonka making its bid for a winner in regulation. 1 minute and 34 seconds to play. They have 11 shots in the third period. Wayzata has 5, but they have the only goal. And now they put Bayless's line out there. Now this is Henry. Comes to the far side. Monty through center. And the Trojans will play it in. This is Kimlinger playing it to the right of the goal. And now played down to the glove by Matthews. He centers, and it comes right through to the right point. Centering pass deflected by Kimlinger wide with 1:10 to play in regulation. He takes his man in against the wall. And now Miller plays it around on the far side for Minnetonka. And now here they come, the skippers to center. Lagerbach feeds it ahead to Henry. Less than a minute to go in regulation. Centering pass goes off skates and rolls to the blue line. It's picked up there by Ludke, who spins with 51 seconds to go. Now played ahead. This is Henry over the line. Played it by one man. Goaltender out to play it. And it comes to the near side boards. Too far for Lagerbach. Now with 40 seconds to go, it rolls to the left circle, comes in front. And now here's Ludke closing in, near circle, on a one-timer. And the save made on the rebound is chopped wide by Lagerbach, who fell in front of the from both teams. Minnetonka puck movement like you rarely see, and goaltending from Danny Fraga has been outstanding in the third period. 16 seconds to play in regulation, and it's 2-2. Matthews on for the face-off against Lagerbach. Puck comes to the left corner, now fed around, and it's going to come out to center with 10 seconds to go. And with 8 left, Wayzata will play it ahead. This is Matthews to the far wall and tried to throw it in front. Nothing doing there. And for the second time this season, these teams are going to go to overtime, tied at 2. So, third period shots. 12 for Minnetonka for a 3-period total of 31. 5 for Wayzata for a 3-period total of 17. We've got a timeout of 3 minutes coming up. Let's take a quick break ourselves. and come back with overtime. You're enjoying Hockey Night in Minnesota on Youth Hockey Hub, brought to you by Cambria. Right back at the Plymouth Ice Center. Jeff Pappas with you, and for the second time this season, a 2-2 overtime tie will be played between these teams. They played in Eden Prairie, a 2-2 tie on January the 26th. Kittleson and Bayless scoring for Minnetonka, Kimlinger and Matthews for Wayzata, in a game that the Trojans outshot the Skippers 35-31. Today they're being badly outshot at home 31-17, but they've had the goaltender. Danny Frega has had a super game. He made 29 stops on 31 shots the first time these teams played as well. So his stat line so far is identical. All right, overtime session ready to go. The officials have wiped the remaining rundown time off the clock, put up 8 minutes, and we're ready to go. Period number 4. And Minnetonka controls from the faceoff. Henry plays it in. Now Lagerbach comes in, and it's knocked off his stick. He comes to the left boards. Still has possession. Tried to feed the right point, tipped off to the wall. And now Henry will go behind the goal. He is rubbed out there. And comes out with the puck, though. Strong on his skates. Here's Doctor feeding it over to the right to Ludke. Now the far circle, it's Lagerbach. He shoots. Oh, and a save by Fraga through traffic. Puck played ahead. Trojans are able to get it out to center, and it's played back in with Skippers trapped offside. Long pass down the left is tipped into the zone and back deep for Ludke. They call icing. And I thought that puck was tipped. The officials did not, so they will blow it down, and we'll have a face-off back in the Wayzata zone. .7:17 left in overtime in a 2-2 game. Puck down, and it's controlled by North. Feeds to the left, and now up the middle. Matthews kicks it, skate to stick, and here come the Trojans over the line. Bergslund plays it in deep, and Glockner sets it up, plays to the right point, held in on the blue line. A shot goes through traffic and just wide off the stick of Waggy. Now here's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Forechecker coming back. Here's a shot. Waggy dives to block the shot by Lacombe. They had a 2-on-1, but Joel Matthews set a land speed record getting back, and now here comes Wayzata 2 against 2. This is Monty. Over the line wide, his shot goes over the glass. It didn't, no, went high off the glass. A centering pass is deflected onto Glockner, who makes a split save. Loose in the left corner, good chance for Wayzata there. Puck comes to the near side boards. And now behind the net, it's Miller controlling for the Skippers. 6:23 left in overtime. He spins to try to get away from Matthews. And now a long pass up the left side is tipped by Lacombe into the Wayzata zone. It's going to go wide of the goal for an icing call with 6:10 left. And Danny Fraga watching that puck like a hawk. Be sure it didn't cut through his crease in any way. And Wayzata will get an offensive zone face-off. Hayden Davison on for the draw. Wins it cleanly. Here's a shot that goes wide by Tomczyk to the near boards. And Wayzata will hold the zone again. It's played in deep by Davison. And after it for Wayzata is Nick Gardner behind the net. Newhouse controls for Minnetonka. He has trouble. Has to come back for it. Under 6 minutes to go. Newhouse trying to come up the middle. And now to the left wing. Here comes Doctor over the line. Newhouse breaking for the net. Takes a pass. Shoots, and he's robbed by Fraga. Puck comes to the right boards with under 6 minutes left. Now along the far boards, Motzko cuts to the slot, feeds Doctor at the left point. He closes in, he shoots, Fraga saves, left to rebound, but it's cleared to safety. Now a bouncing puck at the left point, and Doctor holds it in. Comes to the high slot. Now to the far boards. Now to Newhouse. He cuts to the slot, he shoots, and that goes wide. Now Motzko lost it on the near side boards. Here comes Gardner back for Wayzata. Plays it in as they change on the fly. Goaltender out to play it. Here's a partial break. This is Motzko closing in. He shoots and a save by Fraga. This is good stuff. 4:58 to go in the overtime. And we remain tied at 2. Fraga's made 5 saves in overtime already in just 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Puck is down, and Wayzata controls it. Carson Peters plays it behind the goal. And this is Berglund, who has the tying goal. Puck played ahead off the glass, back in the Minnetonka zone. Miller will chase it. He plays it off the boards to center, where it's tipped by Bayless. Into the Wayzata zone. Long pass to center, picked up by Siemens. He sends his man away. Lewis closing in. He shoots. Oh, he missed the net. Might have been saved. Puck comes to the left point, and it's driven wide by Peters. Goaltender might have got a piece of that. But Dylan Lewis, a sophomore, with a great chance. 4:25 to go. Puck comes towards Lewis at the right point, but now it's Berglund playing it down deep. Chasing after it is Kiffin for Wayzata. Now to the left side, played ahead, and this is Bayless, the center. And a tenacious play there. Ludke goes down. Wayzata fans screaming for a penalty. Here is Wayzata losing control in their zone as Henry goes down. Here comes Wayzata back, 2 against 2. Over the line they come, they play in, and they take a line change as Siemens plays it behind the goal with 3:54 left. Long pass to the Wayzata blue line. And now it's dug out of there by Matthews. Puck to the near side, and here comes Monty. It's a 3-on-2 over the Minnetonka line, centers it, and a backhanded centering pass. Loose in front, comes right through, and the goaltender out to make 1 save, 2 saves. It's between his pads, and the puck comes to Monty on the near side. Here's a drive from the right point by Waggy, and it's blocked. And now Minnetonka back. They have a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Centering pass to the far side. And Lacombe is taken in against the wall with 3:20 left. Now the puck played out and into a Minnetonka line change again. And now here's Ludke spinning and shooting. Follow-up shot, save made! And it's loose in front. Fraga with a good stop against Kittleson. Puck behind the goal with 3:05 left. This is terrific stuff. Here's Kittleson throwing it across, and a centering pass comes all the way through to the near side. And Wayzata will ice it to get a stoppage with 2:56 left. Great stuff from both of these teams. 2:55 to go. And Minnetonka with some wonderful pressure and a great chance to win the game in overtime, but just could not find a way past Danny Fraga, who has made 35 saves and has been very, very good. Newhouse on the faceoff against Davison. Puck rolls to the left point. Doctor closes in. His shot is deflected wide, steered to the boards by Tomczyk. Minnetonka keeps possession, and this is Motzko playing it behind the goal. Centering pass, shot from a sharp angle, and guess who's there? Fraga to stop Newhouse from a sharp angle with 2:41 left. Now both these teams have timeouts that they can take, and you wonder if we might not see one of them fairly soon. Newhouse on the faceoff played down, and there's Peters behind the Wayzata goal. Plays up the near side for Lewis, and the Trojans break through center. Here's Fairchild over skating, but there are 3 skippers back. Now Newhouse plays it to center. It's back deep in the zone to the left. It's tipped, so there's no icing. And here's Peters in the left corner. He'll flip it high in the air, bounces at the blue line and latching onto it. Here comes Wayzata. Gardner over the line. Gardner backhands it across, and it fails to connect. Here come the skippers back with 2:10 left. It's played into the zone and sticked out by Fraga to center, and Gardner unable to play it past Newhouse. It comes back in, and they're offside. We'll face off at neutral ice with 2:02 left in the overtime. Still, of course, knotted at 2. Face off coming up outside the Wayzata blue line. Matthews on for the face-off against Lagerbach. Matthews wins the draw. Plays a thread pass up the middle looking for his winger Kimlinger, but it failed to connect. Under 2 minutes to play. And now behind the net, this is Bayless. Trying to get it to Lagerbach, and a big collision there. Matthews frees it up. Here's a chance for Wayzata. In the circle, a shot and a save by Glockner on Bergsland. And that'll bring a face-off with 1:39 left. So Charlie Glockner comes up big as Wayzata counter punches here in overtime. Matthews on for the draw. Again against Lagerbach. Top lines out against each other. Face-off win. Peters will play it behind the goal. Karam off the end boards is picked up by Doctor. And here comes Minnetonka. Doctor plays it ahead. This is Bayless over the line. Tried to put an extra move on. And now centers it. Here's Lagerbach on his backhand. He shoots. A save made. Rebound to the right side. The goal has come off. And we have got a stoppage with 1:20 to go with Fraga inside his goal. We get a stoppage in play with 1:20 to go. All right, it'll be, again, Lagerbach on the face-off against Joel Matthews. And it's between the centermen. Lagerbach pokes it wide of the goal to the left. And now up the near wing. This is Luke Monty ahead. Matthews over the line. Back to Monty. He shoots. Glockner makes the save. And he gets the stoppage. We have 1:07 left. And a face-off coming up to Glockner's left. Well, you dance with the one that brung you. And the Wayzata face-off taken by Matthews, who's gotten a lot of ice time here. Last minute of play. Here's Bergsland. Matthews tips it ahead. And then we'll chase after it. Under 60 seconds to play. Puck up the middle. It's loose at center and now carried in. This is Kittleson, and then his pocket is picked. Long pass looking for Matthews. Now Matthews is engaged with Minnetonka player Josh Ludke, and they're going to take them both. Penalty coming here with 45 seconds to go. Its time of the penalty is going to be 6:14 of overtime. And Wayzata's Joel Matthews goes. And Ludke for Minnetonka. And now a timeout. And I figured this was coming. 45 seconds to go at the pace at which this game has been played. It's not surprising. Minnetonka takes their timeout with 45.6 seconds to go. Let's take a quick break ourselves. 2-2 in overtime. You're enjoying Hockey Night in Minnesota, brought to you by Cambria on Youth Hockey Hub. Well, just your run-of-the-mill late season high school hockey game. This has been a real good game. Wayzata has counterpunched very well tonight. They've been outshot heavily, but the effort has been there, the skill has been there, and they have stood toe-to-toe with one of the state's best for the second time in a span of about 3 weeks. 45 seconds to play. Face off to the right of Danny Fraga in the Wayzata goal. Puck down. And the Trojans get it and clear it ahead past Lukey, and it comes back to center where it's picked up by Miller. And Minnetonka will regroup. Bayless over the line, cuts to the slot, feeds the right, and it's tipped. Lukey comes back. Wayzata 3 against 3. Lukey goes down, and nothing called. Puck to the corner with 25 seconds to go. Left point, over skating the puck was Mortensen. Now here comes the Trojans back on defense. And my goodness, Lagerbach hitting off. Here's a shot, and a save by Fraga with 14 seconds to go. Offensive zone face-off for Minnetonka. 14 seconds to play in the contest. 2-2 in overtime. Bayless will face off against Lukey. Bayless wins the draw. Miller missed the net to the right with 10 seconds to go. Lagerbach along the far boards takes a shot, and it's saved by Fraga. And he has done it again. 38 stops tonight for the senior goaltender, my player of the game, with 7 seconds to go. A face-off to his left. And again, Lukey will draw against Lagerbach. Minnetonka with a chance here to make something happen offensively. Puck goes down, goes to the corner with 4 seconds to go, and now played up the wing and into the Minnetonka zone. And for the second time this season, Wayzata and Minnetonka skate to a 2-2 tie. Final shots, 41-23. Means 10 shots in an 8-minute overtime for the Minnetonka Skippers, but they're unable to come up with the victory. The tying goal in the third period, Tommy Bergsland at 6:51, and these two teams play twice. They tie twice, and it's 2-2 twice. Quite a matchup, and a fun one to bring to you tonight here on the Youth Hockey Hub, and that will do it for us tonight. We are brought to you by Cambria, tonight's exclusive sponsor of the Minnetonka Skippers as they face off against Wayzata, located right here in Minnesota. Family-owned and American-made, Cambria leads the industry with cutting-edge innovation to craft beautiful and durable natural stone surfaces for any home or business. Learn more at CambriaUSA.com. Jeff Pappas saying so long and good night from Plymouth Ice Center. You've enjoyed Hockey Night in Minnesota on Youth Hockey Hub, brought to you by Cambria. Good night.